This is how it was when I was a small child. So this is the little boy in me communicating. I'm in the business of giving love energy away everywhere that I go, but I'm in a place that doesn't want to do that. See? So how does that work? We're in a place we want to give all of our energy away, but they don't want us to do that. You don't see them giving their energy away, do you? You see the problem? That's called resistance, huh? See, they live in fear of us, okay? But we don't live in any fear of them. And the way that works is real simple. We came before they did, and they know that. So they play silly children's games with their parents. Okay. Yep. So this is like, mommy and daddy are going to come and pick up your toys now. You're supposed to know better than that. Love is the law, remember? Now, we let you get away with an awful lot here. Okay, but there were some lines that were crossed that are not recoverable. And I can't even begin to tell you how much that pained me when I experienced that truth. Love has a long leash, but it's not a leash. It's like fly, birdie, fly, right? And then the bird comes back to bite you. Whoa. I gave that bird love when I created that bird. That bird was created out of what love is. It was created the energy that I am. So it knows what love is. Because I created it. It knows its creator. Where's the bird? That bird will remember love energy. Because it doesn't matter if it doesn't remember it, because now it's going to experience what love is. That's what it began with. That's a cosmic level cycle. It began with what love is. Yeah, that's what I am. And that's what made it, as a child, so simple. Because even my parents knew I'll keep getting back up on that horse. But it's a little different for me. I walk up to a horse and give that horse love, so we become friends. So we can communicate with each other. Now that horse will know how much I love that horse for being a horse. Wow, it's experiencing being loved. Yeah. It began with us. Wow, so when everything is experiencing what love is, they're experiencing the grand creator. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that girl that I met in Nigeria, I wrote her a lot of letters where the heart just pours right out. All that energy just pours right out. Timeless space. Time does not exist. When you're experiencing love and you're experiencing the eternal love in your own heart because you want so much in what it is that we are, it goes on forever, gifting them is like we write in such a way that that energy has a way to be felt by the receiver of that energy. And realize that through those words that were given freely out of the amount of fire that I have in my heart, for another being to be able to experience just how on fire that much love is, to share that energy with a girl in another country that I've never met, and go as deep as you possibly can into a girl's heart. See if her heart and her soul can experience how that much energy and what love is can be experienced by what she reads in energy from the energy gifter. And guess what happened? It worked. Without meeting each other. That's energy transfer. Intercontinental energy transfer. Spirits in the light will transfer that energy, so that energy gets experienced on the other line of communication. She felt it. She felt it in her heart and her soul. It's a feeling. A feeling. What you feel, what we feel through our heart and soul, in the essence of our spirit. Wow. She felt that. Yep. So in her own way to communicate, she communicated that back one day in text. And gave all those that experienced this in their own heart to experience the truth in another girl's heart. When she experienced what true love is in her own heart, given by someone else who was gifting them true, unconditional love. Because I may never see her again. I only met her for just a very short period of time. But she experienced what it feels like being loved that way. She won't ever forget that. That's the point. Love is forever. And it's unconditional. That's why when I went to my wife, I had to meet her how the energy works. between the distribution of electrons as they are accounted for in monetary terms. So it's like metering the vampire. Really what it is. So you realize what the problem is. That's what engineers do. That's what engines do, right? Fix problems, have solutions. I work with a few engineers out at, where was that, Mama? Well, these guys came out of the Idaho National Engineering Laboratory, which would have been the U.S. Department of Energy. And one of the guys I work with was, the white shirt with the pencils. Nice guy. He was a nuclear engineer, nuclear safety engineer. I was hired there to be a technical engineer to do training classes. So this is when all the Chernobyl stuff happened, right? And this is all about getting government contracts, requests for proposals, making money, right? These were all different guys, mostly made up of guys and a couple girls that came out of different companies or other contractors, the way the contracts run. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about contract and making money. Here's the pie, here's the big number. Ooh, vultures come in. That's how it works. Somebody puts it's what's called an RFP, a request for a proposal. This is what I'm looking like. Plant a seed in their mind. Now all of a sudden all they're going to do is network. Whoa, it's like being thrown a seed, like to a bird. Now all the vultures, oh look at we just got fed. Yeah, so you realize that all those that can feed off them, then thus therefore, are expendables. Just other units of energy, right? It's all about energy. Energy wars. Electrical wars. So you see what the problem is? Yep. They run on our juice. Yep. And then try and blame us for what they are. Neil, it's your fault, Neil. Yep. So the parents get blamed now, see, for having given birth to them. Remember that movie when he said, yeah, I think it was a very powerful movie, actually. And I think it was made by people in the Middle East, Islamic people. I don't know where all those particular people, where all they come from. I don't keep count and track like labels and boxes. I don't do record keeping services any more than I have to normally for what it is that I do and why I'm here. So I had to put my projector down. I had to put my creatives. It's like having fun. You can be playful, but you also realize the seriousness for which you're here, which is really you're on the job. So you know that a firefighter, the rescue squad, the first responders, no, I mean the real first responders. In other words, we're the first ones out of the gate. When the shit hits the fan and we hear about it, we're like the main fire department. We got the call. We're on it. That's what it's like to be a first responder. So I'm a first responder. So when a call comes out, I'm the first out of the gate. I go to emergencies. So now you get into the trauma side of things, which means you have to be willing to absorb an enormous amount of traumatic energy every day. And you have to have the ability to be able to transmute all that to maintain what it is you are with a soul and spirit. That's right. That's right. It's like you called the main fire department. Yep. That's right. The main fire department is here. Okay. That's who you really call when the shit hits the fan. Yep. You got it. Relax. Okay.